This is our 6th year doing the National Worship Leader Conference. The first 2 years we were in Austin. The last 4 years we've been in Kansas City, and we will be going back to Kansas City, but we wanted to come to our own backyard, which is Southern California. So we're really excited to be at Emmanuel Faith Community Church in Escondido, which is North San Diego. And this conference is basically, in a nutshell, for everybody that makes the weekend service happen. So it's for the pastors, the worship leaders, the tech people, the vocalists, the musicians, the tech guys, visual, everyone that makes what you see on the stage happen. And so it's a great opportunity to come and to get some great workshops that are a lot of how-to. It's a great place to be fed spiritually and emotionally. And it's a great place to connect with other worship leaders. And it's great to have the opportunity to sit in the audience and participate. Because, you know, every week you guys are on. And so this is great for you to sit there and soak up. And you'll be amazed at how the worship sounds when you've got an audience full of worship leaders. It's incredible. That always amazes me. Well, that's a good question, because if you ask people beforehand what they would expect to get from the conference, they're going to probably say, I'm excited to learn from this workshop, hear from this speaker, and hear this person lead worship. But at the end, if you ask them, well, what did the conference mean to you? You're going to get a different answer, because I don't think even sometimes people know how God's going to work with them during that week. It's a lot of watershed moments, a lot of tears, a lot of people coming and not even knowing they're in a dry place. And I think sometimes as the worship leader, it's easy to just always be on. You know, you're on stage and everything's got to be happy. You're the one that's leading the charge there every weekend. But sometimes there's stuff that you need, and so I think what they can expect is to meet some new friends, to be challenged, to get some great nuts and bolts on how to facilitate stuff when they get back. They're going to be inspired, and I think that God's going to work something in them. You know, and we've been praying about this conference for a while. We have a prayer team, and so we know that God is going to work in people's lives, and so we're expecting that. Wow, we've got so many, I can't even mention them all, but we've got a really nice mix. For the morning sessions, we've got Dr. Leonard Sweet, who is an amazing speaker, and just I love the way he thinks. He's great on communications, and he'll say something, and you'll be thinking about it for a long time, because he can take and paint a picture for you there on stage, and you'll just say, I didn't think about it that way. And we've got Dr. Jeremy Begby, who is going to talk about theology and worship. Coming over, he's from Duke, and he's from the UK, and he's an amazing, funny, energetic, incredible musician and speaker. And then we've got David Nasser, who's just, he's going to challenge you, and he's going to give you, when you leave, you're going to feel like, what am I doing for God's people? Because sometimes it's really easy for us to get, you know, we lead worship, that's our job, and sometimes we forget about what we can do in the rest of our community. And a big thing about what he does is social justice, so that'll be great. We've got Lincoln Brewster, who's just an amazing guitar player, vocalist, songwriter, and incredible worship leader. Been at the same church for a really long time in Northern California. We've got Brenton Brown will be here from Vineyard. We've got the Never Claim, which is an exciting new group that I know people are going to love. We've got Tommy Walker on Thursday night that will be singing with the conference choir, and that's another great opportunity. People that want to be in the conference choir, they come in a day early, they rehearse, they'll get the music ahead of time, and you can sing on Thursday night with Tommy Walker, and that's going to be led by Stan Endicott, who, if you've never worked with him, he's kind of hard to describe because he's just so amazingly gifted and knows how to get people to sing. We've also got One Sonic Society. We've got William McDowell. We're excited to have him. He's an incredible musician and artist. Carrie Job, who we had last year in Kansas, who's just amazing. Free Chapel, we've got Cantos de Alabanza, whose project won the Spanish Worship Album of the Year off of Maranatha, so excited about that. We've got Travis Ryan, Christine DeClario, Elevation Worship. We've also got a Song Discovery in the round section, which is kind of fun because Song Discovery, as you know, is a great service that we provide that helps glean and look through songs for your church. And so some of the writers that have been on there are going to be singing that night. We've got Holland Davis, who wrote Let It Rise. We've got Rick Founds, who wrote Lord, I Lift Your Name on High, who has to be one of the longest all-time running top of the CCLI chart songs ever. We've also got Shelley E. Johnson, who wrote The Power of the Cross. We've got The Royal, and we've also got Evan Wickham, who's an amazing artist and songwriter in his own, who's also from the San Diego area. We've got 14 tracks and over 80 different workshops, and if you go to worshipleader.com, click on events in California, they're all listed. We've got a great presentation in the visual arts area. We've got our dream team. Stephen Proctor will be there doing environmental projection. Nate Reagan will be VJing from Media Shout. We've got Cameron Ware teaching a lighting class. We've got a zillion different, not a zillion, but quite a few. In the worship leadership track, we've got senior pastoral leadership track. We've got some stuff for spiritual growth and personal development. It seems year after year, those classes are just filled to the brim because people are looking to be better and to grow, and that's kind of exciting. I mean, one of the classes we did a couple years ago was on discipleship, and I'm ashamed to say I thought, well, we'll have maybe 30, 40 people in that class. I had to add another class and move classrooms because people were so hungry to be able to disciple their people, and that was so exciting. We've got Scott and Vonda Dyer coming from Texas teaching vocal classes. Kent Morris, who's our tech director at the magazine, teaching quite a bit of tech audio classes. We've got DJ Chuang, who is our steward of technologist guy. I don't know how to use the right word, but he's amazing, and he's got some great classes on social media and things like that. We've added a multicultural class, and we're bringing some classes specific for the multicultural and Latino community. So we've met with some leaders in those churches to make sure that we've got some good classes for them too. So that's pretty good. Yeah. We do have a lot of great stuff. I mean, I get so excited because it's when you start something, it's like, okay, we're going to do a conference here, and then it starts growing and growing. You're like, man, I want to go to this. Oh, wait a minute, I am. Just go to worshipleader.com, click on events, and then there'll be a tab for California, and it'll have everything you need on it. All right, thanks so much. Bye-bye.